Hi, we're back at TNC, Telecom Netball Championships. This time around, I'm joined by the wonderful presence of Lana Krige, the Director of Selections currently at Netball South Africa. Lana, I was so excited to do this interview with you because we come quite a long way together. I started getting to know you as a player, and I remember the first time that I ever saw you was in 2007. You were then still the provincial head coach for Eastern Cape, and you walked on court and someone in the crowd said to me, that is the cleverest defender in the country at that point in time. So I think your name goes ahead of you, and you're a wonderful person. And I have to ask you this, is there any relation between you and Krige? Because I know his wife is Justine Krige. You married to Justin Krige, so is there any relation? Let's just get that out of the way first.
So that's the first story that I was asked once I got married. But firstly, thanks for having me here, Amand. I'm very excited about this. So apparently the Kriges came in, and there's two lots of Kriges. The ones who stayed in Stellenbosch, the Papagaaibag, which Corne comes from, and then Justin and my husband, of course, they moved to the Eastern Cape, and they were attorneys, and that's where the roads were. And then they actually went up to Zim, because Corne's family is from the Zim Kriges, but under Papagaaibag, Stellenbosch Kriges. So somewhere they came on the same boat, but no official relations.
Okay. Met each other?
Briefly, but I wasn't a Krige then. So,
okay.
Yeah, but I was from the Westhuizen before. Like I always said, so if my kids didn't become Springbok captains, I've done all the breeding, I've done all the selection, and it's up to them then. Okay. Because between the Van der Westhuizen and the Krige, you need to be Springbok captain, not just Springbok player.
True. So let's get a bit back to your role as Director of Selections. From my understanding, the main thing for you is to look at the player development pathway in our country, also playing a big role in selections. But can you tell us a bit more about what exactly your role is within the bigger scheme of the netball world, for those that's joining us, watching, and not sure how that whole process works? So if you can talk us through that, exactly what the job actually is about.
I think, Amanda, that's been one of my biggest part of my journey over the last 8-9 months that we've been in office. Is like I went in with the assumption that it is basically just selecting players, but all the players in the country are my responsibility. So it's the safeguarding, it's the WADA, it's looking after anything that interests a player. So it's the psychology of the players, and therefore the safeguarding, how we want to step up and look after players, because obviously there's lots of trauma that goes with this. It's like Jamie was saying yesterday in our opening speech here, people always just see the nice stuff of it, the glamour, the tours, but they don't see the stuff that leads up to that success. And players need lots more attention and looking after these days. And I know there's social media and all those things, so that includes part of it, but there I work very closely with Tumisani Chalke, who's the Director of Coaches, and she does that part. It helps a lot with that, because it is, you can't separate your players from your coaches really in that setup. And that brings you to the second part of it, which you touched on, is the pathways. How do we make sure that a player who wants to play netball has got a fair opportunity to get to the Protea team, should that be the path that they want to do? Again, that runs closely with the coaches, because selections can identify the players, we can do all of that, but we need the coaches to come in and create those opportunities for the players to be able to get there. Because although we've got lots of talent, I think we are still lacking in opportunity for the players to grow.